Evening, live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Here we present to you tonight's news bulletin. But first, the headline. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues 2 royal decrees. The 10th five-year plan is among the initial plans under the implementation on within the Oman Vision 2040. And the state's general budget of the current year focuses on ensuring sustainability of basic social services, as general expenditure is estimated at around 10.88 billion Omani riyals. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues 2 royal decrees. Royal Decree number 1/2021 on approving the 10th five-year development plan 2021-2025. Article 1 approves the 10th five-year development plan 2021-2025, the goals of which are clarified in the attached text number 1. Article 2, the 10th five-year development plan will be implemented according to its financial framework clarified in attached text number 2, based on the financial balance plan issued by the Minister of Finance. Article 3 approves the strategic approach of the national economy for the plan mentioned in the attached text number 3. Article 4, the projects in the plan shall be approved according to the general approaches of the projects plan mentioned in attached text number 4. Article 5, the Minister of Economy shall distribute the details of the plan in special reports for this purpose. Article 6, all the state's administrative apparatus and other bodies concerned shall implement the 10th five-year development plan without prejudice to the provisions of the applicable laws and enacted systems. Article 7, the Minister of Economy shall issue a closed dossier of the strategic programs for the plan during the first quarter of 2021, and the projects of the first year of the plan will be specified in coordination with the Minister of Economy and other juristic personalities. Article 8, the Minister of Economy shall conduct an annual evaluation for the plan, taking into consideration the domestic, regional and global changes. Article 9, this decree shall be published in the official gazette and come into effect from 1st of January 2021. The Royal Decree number 2/2021 ratifying the state's general budget for the fiscal year 2021, Article 1. Ratifies the state's general budget 2021 in accordance with its attached tables. Article 2, all units of the state's administrative apparatus and other juristic personalities should implement the provisions of this decree, each within the scope of its jurisdiction. Article 3, this decree shall be published in the official gazette and shall come into effect from 1st of January 2021. With the issuance of the Royal Decree that approves the 10th five-year development plan 2021-2025, the Sultanate enters a new phase. It is the first plan that came to reflect the royal directives of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, mentioned in his historic royal speech in the 23rd of February 2020, and it is the first executive plan of further Vision Oman 2040. The current five-year development plan focuses on effective management of development, while the 11th five-year plan works to achieve sustainable economic development. The 12th five-year development plan reaps the fruits for a better life. And finally, the 13th five-year development plan, which comes with the end of Oman Vision 2040, aims to build on what has been achieved. The current 10th five-year development plan has 5 main objectives, which are namely enhancing sustainable human resources development, stimulating economic activities through partnership with the private sector and supporting the role of small and medium enterprises, expanding the base of economic diversification and developing the production structures and programs, developing the macroeconomic environment and achieve the financial sustainability, and achieving a balanced development for governorates. The general fiscal budget of the current year focuses on ensuring the sustainability of basic social services and preserving an average expenditure of no less than 40% in these services. The general expenditure was estimated at around 10 billion and 880 million Omani Riyals, with a decrease by 18% compared to the estimated expenditure in 2020. The total revenues of the budget for 2021 were estimated at around 8.6 billion Riyals. They calculated based on oil price of $45 per barrel, decreasing by 19% compared to the revenues in 2020. With regards to the budget, which was estimated at around 2 billion and 240 million Riyals, representing 8% of the gross domestic product, 73% of this deficit, which equals to 1.6 billion Riyals, will be funded through domestic and foreign borrowing, while the rest of it, which represent around 600 million Riyals, will be funded through withdrawing from reserves. The current expenses of the defense and security units were reduced by 5%. The expenses of ministries and civil units amounted to around 900 million Omani Riyals. The state's general budget for the current year aims to reduce indebtedness, control the deficit, achieve the first phase of financial sustainability measures, and implement spending rationalizations measures. The state's general budget for the year 2021 focuses on ensuring the sustainability of basic social services, maintaining a level of spending of no less than 40% in these services, and taking into account the social and economic impact by applying the social protection system to categorize that may be affected by the measures and initiatives taken. The budget also aims to complete the transformation to implement the program and performance budget, search for innovative means to finance some projects and government services, direct development spending, productive and economic projects, and encourage the private sector to carry out investment and development projects. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come in our news bulletin. The world celebrates the New Year 2021 amid exceptional conditions within the COVID-19 pandemic. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. The implementation of the ban on the use of single-consumption plastic shopping bag starts today, January 1st, 2021. More details in the following report. On this first day of January 2021, here in the Sultanate, the implementation of the ban on the use of single-consumption plastic shopping bags began, where multi-use environmentally friendly bags made of several materials such as cloth, paper and other organic materials have taken place. And as seen here, they are available in all commercial stores. To ensure that the decision was fully and properly implemented without affecting the manufacturers as well as consumers, sufficient notice time was given in March 15th, 2020 that single-use plastic shopping bags will be banned from January 1st, 2021. In this context, a fine of not less than 100 Riyals and not more than 2,000 Omani Riyals will be imposed for anyone who violates the provisions of the decision, and doubled in the event of repeated violation without prejudice to any more severe penalty stipulated in the Environmental Protection and Pollution Control Law.
Waste from plastic trash is a global problem. We need to be vigilant in preventing this problem. And thanks to the decision taken by the government, the environment will be clean.
No plastic bags, good for the country only. This is good for the environment.
It's worth mentioning that plastic bags contain high levels of lead, and when you throw them under the sun, they emit gases that are harmful to human life. Animals also, birds, marine life, cattle, and many other, often tend to mistake plastic bags for food or nest building materials, which leads to poisoning. Eliminating plastic bags in the Sultanate will definitely contribute in making clean environment, at the same time saving lives and improving economy. The University of Technology and Applied Sciences claimed many awards in Huawei ICT Competition Middle East 2021. The competition was conducted globally online. More than 670 competitors from 27 universities in Middle East took part in the virtual regional round. The winning team was selected from the 60 students to take part in the final round. The competition aimed to polish the students' ICT skills and enable students to have a read on the market by directing their attention to the required ICT expertise and competencies. While New Year's Eve fireworks are hardly rare, Icelanders take the traditional to breathtaking heights, firing the dazzling incendiary devices from back gardens, streets, hilltops, or city parks across their Nordic island. Each year, the nation's 365,000 inhabitants buy around 600 tons of fireworks, more than 1.5 kilos per person. And London's skyline was awash with fireworks for New Year celebrations today, despite the limitations of group gatherings. Brazilians saw in 2021 with fireworks under unusual social distancing measures on Rio de Janeiro's iconic crescent-shaped Copacabana beach. Meanwhile, tens of thousands of people walked on the casino-lined Las Vegas Strip on New Year's Eve in the evening, despite a plea from Nevada Governor Steve Sisolak that people reconsider their plans to go out and celebrate. Lebanon's official news agency said a Syrian woman living as a refugee in eastern Lebanon was killed, and an airplane parked at Beirut's airport was hit by stray bullets in separate incidents of celebratory gunfire to ring in the new year. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and to end this news bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq issues 2 royal decrees. The 10th five-year plan is among the initial plans under implementation on within Oman Vision 24. And the state's general budget of the current year focuses on ensuring sustainability of basic social services, as general expenditure is estimated at around 10.88 billion Omani riyals. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin. And as we know that the new year brings joy, love, peace and happiness to the people of this beloved country, we also ask for this pandemic to Allah to go away, not only in Oman, but throughout the world. Good night.